Happy Death Day to you.
Happy Death Day to me.
The other day, actually, we rewatched the first one.
Did you?
Because I felt like it would play a big part, and I think it kind of did. Because there was a lot. I think there was a lot of inside baseball stuff here that are very small from the first one that they recreate in this one. That if you don't get, you're gonna miss the joke. But yeah.
Well, luckily we were able to get a recap in this movie about.
They did give like a recap.
A recap of the first film. So
the basics.
If you're going into the movie with not knowing anything about the first film, don't worry. It will get explained to you in a very quick flashback recap. So
aside from aside from the inside jokes, like the actual plot of the story, they do recap it.
Yes.
But I never knew how I was going to feel about this movie. You see in the trailer, it got me excited initially. I remember we surprise saw it before Halloween in October, if you remember. And I was like, oh God, they're making another one? And then you see the trailer, I'm like, how are they going to make this work? Like, it's going to be, like, the point of the movie is that it's repetitive, and we've already been through it one time, so what are they going to do this time? And I have to say, this movie is drastically different than the first one. Aside from the essential beats that you see, like Jessica Roth's character reliving the same day over and over again, the horror elements are kind of pushed to the back, and it is definitely more of a sci-fi comedy.
It's definitely well, like it at the very beginning of the film, it says it's more Back to the Future than it is Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
which is true. It's
which is cool.
Which is cool, but at the same time, it doesn't completely do Back to the Future, which is
no, it doesn't at all. The thing is that if you think too much about the, I guess, time travel elements and the different realms and stuff, it doesn't make a lick of sense at all.
No.
But when does it ever make sense? We watched Looper. I think Looper is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Looper doesn't make sense when you think about it. So why do I think Happy Death Day to You would make sense? It's a goofy movie. But for a goofy, dumb movie, this movie has more heart in it than most dramas.
It does.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this about Jessica Roth, because the only movies I've ever seen her in is this and Happy Death Day. I swear to God, her performance in this movie is better than every Oscar-nominated performance I've seen this past year. And I mean that, because it is a weak year for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe other years she wouldn't be better. But I've seen all the performances from all the actresses and actors, and I swear to God, it's more layered. Like, she has to deliver comedy, like slapstick comedy, heavy drama, and just subtle, like, nuances that you don't see for, like, a young actress. I think she's incredible, and I think that this movie, in some ways, works better than the first one.
I can't disagree. I can't disagree. Actually, the first one, I feel the first Happy Death Day did to, and this is going to sound really dumb, but to the horror genre with Groundhog Day, what it did, Scream did to the horror genre. It turned it on its head a little bit, and that I think that helped with making something a little more. A more sophisticated slasher flick is what it made it.
It's just an original slasher flick, considering that last year we just saw Hellfest and the new Halloween, which were bare knuckle, like
by the book,
by the number slasher flicks. And this movie's not even a slasher flick.
No, not at all. It's honestly, if you're going into this film expecting a sci-fi movie or a slasher flick, excuse me, you're gonna be probably disappointed.
And I don't know,
which isn't a bad thing, because if you go into it with a clear mind, you're gonna enjoy the film. It's really, really good. Like, I mean, it's really, really good.
I know people hear the term sci-fi and they want to just get out of the way. Like, I don't want to watch that. But trust me with this one, if you like Back to the Future, why wouldn't you like this one? If you like the first Happy Death Day, why wouldn't you like this one? But I will say, if you didn't like the first Happy Death Day, I don't see how you could like this one. Like, I know there's elements that are better, but
like it really does keep the spirit of the first film.
It does. With the lightheartedness mixed with some touching moments. So, you know, with the character, and like, you know, like we know about her mom dead and like her family, and I think this one, this is a mix of different genres. There's family drama, there's sci-fi, there's the littlest bit of slasher horror, and then there's comedy, and then there's parts towards the end that almost turn to a cartoon, which almost took me out of it. But I thought the actors nailed that just enough to where it made me laugh.
It didn't take me out of the film at all.
Me neither.
I was never bored. I was never bored.
No, I was never bored.
Never bored. It's honestly, the runtime is great. It's fantastic. It's not too long. It's not too short. It's what it cuts in about an hour and probably an hour 35.
I know the first one's 95 minutes, so I assume it's probably around the same length as that.
It's not overbearing. I honestly liked it just as much as I liked the first one.
I think it's on par. It's hard for me to just say like it's better than the movie because we just saw it.
Well, and two, you can't say it's better than the first movie because they're completely polar opposite films.
They really are. Even though tonally, this one's probably a little bit slightly more comedic, but tonally, the fact that both movies dare to have several different tones happening within like 10 minutes of each other, which I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people praising Marvel movies, but then they complain about in this movie. It's like I think this does it just as good as like Marvel movies do.
It treads familiar ground, but not familiar enough to where it's a rehash.
I will say this movie has a similar problem to the first one because I rewatched the first one today, and I think I might have liked it even more this second time because I hadn't seen it since we watched it 2 years ago. The main reveal twist in the movie is very Scream. It's very Scream to the point where like this motivation is not strong enough. I know this is a goofy movie, but the motivation in the first one was not strong enough, and the motivation in this one I thought was initially strong, but then it hits you with another twist. I'm like, nah, like that's weak. That's a weak twist.
Yeah, the one I know you're talking. The one you're talking about.
There's a killer. The killer reveal is not similar to the first one. It's not
as good as the first one.
And the first one wasn't very good.
Wasn't very good either.
Actually, I think the initial reveal in this one's better than the first one, but then it goes an extra mile. I'm like, nah, you didn't need that. But I think that's such a limited complaint for this type of movie when everything else works so well and efficiently. And like I said, Jessica Roth, her acting is phenomenal in this movie. Like I want her to get better and bigger roles so that she can get nominated for Oscar, because I'm not even sugarcoating this. I swear to God, I think her performance is stronger than like every Oscar nominated performance.
Well, the thing that is too is that everyone in this movie did a fantastic job. There's not one bad actor in the movie. Even the smaller subplotted people are sub characters are good.
I love the Dean.
Yeah, the Dean's hilarious.
Yeah,
the Dean was hilarious.
Oh, I forgot to mention, it is Valentine's Day. This is a good romance too. Because it carries over from that first one where you buy that romance. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of stakes on the line. In this one, you don't want to see that romance fall apart. Yeah. Even though things get mixed up in other realms and stuff, and things are all haywire.
Things get antsy,
and they're not revealing something purposely in the trailer that we won't reveal either. But I think I think it makes the motivation of our lead character way stronger. Yeah, the fact that this exists and they're not giving it away in the trailer. Thank God, because I think that was a pretty
it was a
big
pretty
reveal.
It was a touching moment.
It wasn't a shocking reveal because you're like, of course this would happen, but it works really well within the film. I don't got much else to say. It's not like a perfect movie, but it's very fun. Like it is very fun.
Rating?
My rating, a B+. The first time I watched the first one, I was overly harsh on it. I think I gave it like a B, and I moved it up to a B+. And I don't want to be overly harsh on this one because as I was watching, I was never irritated. No, I was always having a fun time. But I also got to think about watching Lego last week. I liked Lego more than this movie. I just thought it was a better movie, and I gave that an A-. So like if I'm thinking like grade wise, I have to give it a B+.
What did I give Lego movie?
You gave Lego an A-.
An A-? Yeah. Happy Death Day to You. A-. An
A-. You can't give shit like this an A-.
A-.
I was thinking about it, but I was just like, nah, I can't give it the same score I gave Lego. Can't.
I give it an A- though for a different reason.
I mean, it is different genres. You got to grade things differently.
It's an A- because it's a good, like I said, if you're going in for a sci-fi movie, multi-genre. If you're going for a good slasher flick, well, you're going to be disappointed, but it's a good movie.
It's a good sci-fi romance comedy.
Romance drama.
It's a perfect Valentine's Day movie, honestly.
Yeah,
it's really,
take your date.
If you're going in wanting to be scared, you're screwed. I mean, did you think the first one was scary? My God, the first one
scared me to death.
The first one's like The Exorcist compared to this.
I'm a ghost. Happy Death Day to You.
Happy Death Day, the number 2.
To you. Wait,
is the most like teeny bopper, like title. That's our review. I liked it.
I did too.
I expected to like it, and I did. So, very boring review. What'd you think of the movie? We liked it. Did you hate it?
We did like it.
Did you hate it? The audience that we watched it with seemed cool with it, I guess.
I was blinded. Ouch. Thanks.
What did you think about the movie? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching.